Do you ever feel like you're being watched? Checking over your shoulder at night? Or catching something in the mirror you just passed? It's a powerful thing, what the mind can do. Even when you know it isn't real, it still scares the hell out of you. Watch your step. You're now walking into the abyss. I was going to college in the city, not far from my hometown. I did well in school, always had, but I never really fit in. Not even with the people I probably should have. So I kept to myself. No obligations, no attachments, just focus. Well, almost. There was Tony. Tony was what most people would call odd. Brilliant, but obsessed with history. Especially old places, museums, landmarks, anything with a past. So when we were assigned a paired project, he didn't hesitate. The Oak Rapids Library, he said. Apparently it burned down over 100 years ago. Before that, it was a schoolhouse for early settlers. We agreed to meet Saturday at 7. It only took me about 15 minutes to get there. The air was cool, the trees were just starting to bloom. It was peaceful and quiet. As I approached the building, I saw it. A statue. An old woman holding out an apple. Books rested against her side. The plaque was vandalized, completely unreadable. But the statue itself, it was disturbing. Deep wrinkles carved into her face, tattered clothes, and her eyes, no pupils, just empty. The corrosion had turned everything green, her skin, her hair, her teeth. I stared at her longer than I should have. I could have sworn she blinked. My arm suddenly yanked. "Hey, we're burning daylight," Tony said. I hadn't even heard him walk up. We went inside. We started working. Tony gathered most of the books while I read. Page after page, line after line. But my mind kept drifting. Back to the statue. To her face. And I saw it. A photo. My stomach dropped. It was her. Madam Bentley? A teacher back when the building used to be a school. I read everything I could find. She died in the fire. The only casualty. No mention of family, no explanation of how the fire even started. It was like she was alone in every sense. But the photo, she was smiling. Not warm, not kind. It felt wrong. Like she knew something. Tony didn't seem surprised. "Oh yeah, Madam Bentley," he said. I asked him what he meant. He smirked. She was off. I pressed him. "What do you mean off?" He looked at me for a moment, then said quietly, "She's a killer." Before I could ask anything else, he grabbed his stuff. "I'll show you tomorrow." And just like that, he left. It was late when I finally packed up, around 10. The walk home felt longer than before. When I passed the statue again, I stopped. I didn't mean to, but I did. I stared into her empty eyes, and this time, it felt like she was staring right back at me. I don't know why I did it. I reached out and touched the apple she was holding, just for a second. Then I pulled my hand away. "This is stupid," I muttered. "It's just a statue." voice was right behind me, old and weak. I turned, and my heart dropped. She wasn't on the pedestal anymore. She stood a few feet away from me. Same clothes, same book in her arm, and an apple, now sitting in the ground between us. She smiled, wider than before. I started to run and I never looked back. The next day, Tony came to pick me up. I told him I didn't want to go back there. He didn't argue, just told me to get in. We drove out of town, to an old cemetery. He led me through the rows of graves until we stopped. Madam Bentley. I looked around, and I felt my stomach twist. Every grave near hers had the same date. A smile can be deceiving. Knowledge can be a burden. A handout can be deadly. Thank you for walking through the doors to the abyss with me. If you like these scary stories, please like, comment, and subscribe. My doors are always open. Dreams are timeless. Why wake up